Welcome everyone to week 4. In week 4, you're going to be have a little different setup than what you're used to. You're going to have to read chapter 4 and complete quiz number 1. Quiz number 1 is only going to be covering the chapters 1 through 4 and a little bit of building process on that, but mostly on chapter 4. On chapter 4, we're going to be evaluating linear regressions with just one variable. Now, let me give you some examples. A state implements tough new penalties on drunken drivers. What's the effect on highway fatalities? We all try to study this, evaluate it. A school district cuts the size of elementary school classes. What's the effect on its students' standardized test scores? What you're noticing is you have one issue, cut one variable, that kind of thing that you're looking at. You successfully complete one more year of college classes. How's that going to affect your future earnings? All three of these questions are about the unknown effect of changing one variable x, which would be penalties for drunken driving, class size, year of schooling in the examples I gave you, on another variable y. Y being highway deaths, student test scores, or earnings. This chapter introduces the linear regression model relating one variable x to another variable y. This model postulates a linear relationship between x and y. And the slope of the line relating to x and y is the effect of the change in x on y that we evaluate. Just as the mean of y is unknown characteristic of the population distribution of y, the slope of the line relating x and y is unknown characteristics of the population. So when we look at this chapter, we're going to describe the methods for evaluating the slope using random samples of data on x and y. For instance, using data on class size and test scores from different school districts, we show how to estimate the expected effect on test scores of reducing class by, say, one student per class. How will that affect it? Now, the slope and the intercept of the line between x and y can be estimated using the OLS method, which is basically the ordinary least square method. You're trying to find the best analysis or best regression in your work. Now, for quiz number 1, a couple key things we want to evaluate with the quiz. When you take the quiz, you only get one attempt. You get 40 minutes to take the one quiz, and when you start it, you have to complete it at that point. A lot of people will read the directions and it'll say you can start and resume the test later, which is correct. But when you start it, the clock is always moving, so make sure to focus on that you have to complete the test when you start it. Some of the questions that you might see on the test deal with binary variables. And binary variables can take on can take on the effects of two values. Question number 2 is going to be looking at interpreting the intercept in a sample regression function. So what is the interpretation of that y-intercept looking at? Question 3 is going to be looking at the OLS and what it's derived from. And it's derived from the least squared residual method. That's what you're evaluating. Question 4 is going to be looking at the OLS residuals and the actual equation of those residuals. How is it calculated? Question 5 is going to be looking at the least squared assumption with the exception of what? What explanatory variable are we looking at with this analysis? Question 6 is going to be looking at estimators and why they have a sampling distribution. Okay, the key with estimators and why they have a particular sampling distribution. Question 7 is going to be evaluating the R squared. When we look at R squared, that's going to be looking at how good of a model is the OLS that we're looking at. How good of a fit is it? Question 8 is going to be looking at the the equation of R squared. Question 9 is going to be looking at the equation of the SER, which is the standard error of the regression. And question 10 is going to be looking at the slope coefficient. Is it too large or is it too small? How do we calculate that effect? But make sure when you take the quiz that you're ready to go when you take it, because a lot of people will start it and then pick it back up, and they'll find that it's not available anymore. And if you have any more questions, let me know, but I look forward to your effort this week.